Fans, Vickers De Gea keep
definitely building, and hopefully this will be the chance for them to bring out a performance.
Certainly is. We heard in your pre-match talk about how these two were so strong in the 60s, 70s, and start of the 80s. It's worth remembering that Pakistan actually hold the record for winning the most World Cup titles. They've won 4, and of course qualification for the World Cup is up for grabs here in London. Top 4 teams will qualify. So Pakistan, a win today, do their chances of making it to the World Cup finals a little bit more of a reality. Comes across the back line, Ali Shan is playing deep. Was it Ali Shan? I think it's Ahmed Shakil, but Ali Shan, who normally plays wide, has been playing a very central role for Pakistan here in London as the ball's played out wide to Tasawa Abbas. Abbas has a bit of space, goes on the reverse, didn't really get the connection he wanted, and it's taken clear by Kottajit for India, and the crowd really enjoyed the fact that Kottajit was surging out of defence. Harmanpreet will be the man to calm things down for India at the back in the absence of Rupinder Pal Singh, and one has to say, Simon, they haven't missed Rupinder as much as a lot of people thought they would.
No, I mean, I think it was, from the outside, it looked like there was going to be a real big loss. I think Harmanpreet has stepped up. Been really impressed with the way that he almost led that back line. He's obviously got his corner, which helps to build his confidence. I think when he scored a good goal in that first game. Yeah, I've been impressed with how the young lad stepped up.
It's interesting to remember as well that Barindra Lakra is also not available for India. Shot just wide. Well, that was almost the opening goal for Pakistan. Ijaz Ahmed got some space inside the circle, not far away.
Very, very close effort. Ijaz just drifted off his man, was able just to trying to just pop it over the leg guard, but didn't quite manage it.
On the attack come India again. It's not cleared by Bilal. And a strong challenge results in a penalty corner. Ramandi slaps his stick in satisfaction.
Yeah, as you can see, it was just essentially an air shot there by Bilal, just going to clear the ball as quickly as he could. Mistimed it, caught the Indian attacker's stick.
Well, India have had 1 from 6 from penalty corners in the tournament so far. 16% conversion rate. We'll be looking to make that a little bit better. Harmanpreet, the only man forward. It's a good trap, swept into the first runner. He picked up though by Harjit. A strong swing coming in from Ijaz Ahmed, and now it's Pakistan breaking forward. Ali Shan on the ball, looks to cut infield away from Harjit. Good ball forward from him, and just on the reverse it was an air swing when it needed to be absolutely perfect.
Well, end-to-end stuff. Another air shot, but this time down the other end of the field, and it came from initially a fantastic #1 running from Ijaz Ahmed. Full bat of the stick on the flick. Harmanpreet does have quite a long drag, so he takes the ball quite far in before he actually releases it, and it looks like Pakistan have done their homework on that front.
He does. Of course there is Jasjit Singh, who will be probably the lesser known of the drag flickers from India, because they've had for so long Raghunath and Rupinder Pal, and then Harmanpreet coming up behind. And we did see a variation that included Manpreet yesterday when India took on Canada.
Towards blue. I'll get a 5. I'll get a 5. I'll get a 5. Yeah, okay.
Just a bit of confusion on the far side at the moment with the free hit. Umar Butta shouting instructions to his defence, who were obviously not paying attention. Roland Altmans, the coach of India, did of course coach Pakistan in 2004 Olympic Games, so he will know how important this game is from both sides of the fence. Roland Altmans, who took over after the Hockey World League 2015 in Antwerp, Played forward again by Pakistan. It's going to come free. Strong challenge from Kotaji. The free hit goes the way of Irfan Jr. Good defence coming back though from Surrender. Surrender stealing possession. Surrender in the corner. Trying to find a way out. Followed all the way by Mohammed Irfan. Irfan comes up with the ball. And a free hit blown by umpire Simon Taylor. He's one of the 2 umpires for this game. The other one is Lim Hong Zhen from Singapore. Simon Taylor from New Zealand. Just underneath that one, unfortunately for Pakistan, was Rizwan Jr.
Yeah, I think it's been a good start from Pakistan so far. Compared to their first 2 games, they're passing it around with a bit more crispness. They're getting into Bhuta in centre midfield, which I think is so important for them. If they're going to break through that Indian press, that is how they're going to do it. So keep an eye on Bhuta, number 14.
Bhuta's such an important player, and he's been part of the team. He's signalling in the midfield exactly where he wants the ball played. Now he can keep it in play. Halfway closed down, so he has to go back to Ali Shan.
I'm watching. Yeah,
in fact,
watching.
It's Ahmed Shakil Banaki. Seeing the number there, I'm getting a little bit confused. My apologies. Going forward now, Rizwan Jr. Into the circle it goes. Deflection comes off Kotaji. Long corner for Pakistan.
Just be careful.
A lovely drag on the inside there. Completely took out the defender. It's unlucky Rizwan Jr. didn't quite manage to connect with the pass.
Drilled across the face of goal, and you have to say, had Ijaz Ahmed had his stick low down and been in a better position, it might have been 1-0 to Pakistan.
Yeah, we've talked quite a lot about the forward position there and just expecting the ball to come. I'd love to have seen a dive in there on the far post. I think it was Ijaz. Could have gone to ground. Just guess, just gamble.
We've seen that from the Canadians. We've seen it from England. That desperation, sliding in and getting on the end of those balls. Pakistan, who really must get a win in this game, who really need to show a little bit of desperation in front of goal. Harmanpreet on the ball for India. Jasjeet comes into the game. He was a late replacement for Rupinder Pal. Got injured coming into the tournament. And that was why he played very little game time in the game against Scotland. Sumit as well, who came in for SK Uttapa. But they actually only arrived in the early hours of that morning. So Ronan Altmans was just trying to keep them fresh for the upcoming games. Akashdeep plays it off the foot. Free hit India.
Yeah, I think people often forget the impact of travelling on your performance, and certainly not just jet lag, but also just physically how you feel.
Jasjeet drills it in, looking for a deflection. Good defence in the end. Ahmed Shakil Butt looking to try and bring it out. Talvinder to Akashdeep. Good save. So Amjad Ali manages to thwart India when it was a really good chance. I don't think Akashdeep got the hit he would have liked.
Yeah, first test there for Amjad Ali. You're right. I think Akashdeep just fluffed the shot slightly. But you've still got to make that save, and he'll be buoyed by the fact that he's kept the first one out. I'm sure there may be a few more to come.
Just looked as if Akashdeep was caught in 2 minds, whether he flicked it or whether he actually hit it, and he kind of did a bit of both.
Exactly.
All over the top, watched all the way by Chinglan Sana, and it had to be. Chinglan Sana out to Pardeep Moore. Pardeep Moore's ball, though, to Satbir was a really tricky angle and goes over the side. Certainly Pakistan looking to move the ball a lot quicker than we've seen them in previous games. Going around the back, looks to come across. Deflection. Well, did it come off the Indian play? It does. A long corner issued. Aslan Qadir, though, wants a referral. He thinks it's a penalty corner.
Andy, Pakistan looking for an India foot.
Yeah, so the ball when it came across.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
We saw Pakistan lose their referral really early in a previous match. Does this hit the foot? Aslan Qadir seems sure it did. Is that off the shin pad?
Looks it to me, actually. I think it's a raised ball, and some people question whether that's dangerous, but really at that height, from this angle. I'm not sure we're going to see anything from this angle here.
Well, it is a tricky one, isn't it?
The first shot looked definitely like a shin pad. The second shot looked like it could have caught the stick.
Well, that looks like a shin pad to me, that one.
Yeah, I think that's pretty definitive, I'd say.
Andy Mayer is the video umpire who has to make the decision. Decision coming
Hi,
down.
Simon.
Yes, Andy?
Yeah, it's off the shin, so a penalty corner, and Pakistan retain the referral.
Sure.
Well, a very good referral this time by Aslan Kadir. Pakistan, well, they've only won one penalty corner in their 2 matches, but the coach is happy. Khawaja Junaid, can they turn this into an opening goal?
Well, this is what we were hoping for, actually. Straight from the beginning, Pakistan have definitely raised their game from the first 2. I've been impressed with Rizwan Jr., the way he's cutting in, delivering balls so far. And we've already seen 2 or 3 flash past the front of the Indian goal.
Well, Alim Bilal, number 2, is always dangerous from the penalty corners. Abu Mahmood is at the first battery. I think they'll go with Bilal. Umar Butta to inject from the baseline. India are ready in defence. Will it be Bilal or will it be Mahmood? Just a slight shift to the right. They go with Bilal. Bilal lifts it high though, and he's frustrated as it sails over the crossbar.
Well, an interesting shift there we'll see from both batteries at the top of the D. And the idea there is just to try and move before the runner, so they don't see and they're on the wrong line. That just clips the top of the crossbar there.
Bilal certainly got good connection on it. Umar Butta in the midfield. Just approaching the final 5 minutes of the first quarter. It's been a very, very different performance from Pakistan, as you would expect in such an important game. Surinder Kumar, yeah, Pakistan dominating possession in this first 10 minutes. But then again, we've seen India start slowly in every game, Simon, and yet who can forget the way they just lifted maybe 1-2 gears against Scotland and destroyed them in the third quarter.
You're absolutely right, and I think we did see the legs, the fitness of the Pakistan players questioned in the first couple of games, so it'll be interesting when we do see that raise in terms of the intensity from India, see whether Pakistan will be able to maintain.
Swept forward by Harmanpreet, but unable to keep it in play was Akashdeep. Alim Bilal goes down into the corner. One expects him to, well, I thought he was going to throw the aerial pass, and a good crowd here at the Lee Valley Hockey and Tennis Centre for day 4 of the Hero Hockey World League semi-finals. As you'd expect, India against Pakistan, and then coming up later, Argentina versus England. 2 cracking matches. Plenty of space for Yaqub. Closed down by Mandeep. Bilal. Umar Butta again showing he's dropping a lot deeper and being the link man, as I suspected that he would become today. And Sunil penalised for coming in too close for the aerial pass, but pass across field failed to find Mohammed Irfan Jr. Very warm day here in London. 36 degrees pitch side, I've just been advised. So think of the players and what they're going through and the amount of fluids they're going to need to take on board. Super pass. Ramandeep tries to turn. He gets the free hit.
Hold on. Amin, hold on. Wait, Amin, the next one, leave the ball alone, all right?
So Alim was just being told to leave the ball alone by umpire Lim Hong Zhen. Could have been so easily a card. I actually quite like the fact that he gave him a warning, because you don't want to be down to 10 men in a game like this.
Yeah, absolutely, and historically we have seen cards in these games between the 2 teams. So far, pretty well disciplined.
Round the back they go. India win another penalty corner. Well, if you are an Indian or Pakistan fan and you're just joining us from the cricket, you've come at a good time. India winning a penalty corner.
Well, it's a lovely cross-field aerial there. taken down by Pardeep Moore. Composure to win the corner there on the baseline.
The cricket score 338 for 4 by Pakistan.
It's gonna go in straight, huh? In now, yeah. Gonna go in straight now. 5 now. 3.
So it will be Ramandeep to inject. Harmanpreet waits. Chinglansana is the stopper. Stops well. Harmanpreet. Well, he never got hold of it, but it has beaten the keeper, and India have taken the lead. Pats of commiseration on the helmet of Amjad Ali, but the miss drag is really what deceived him.
Yeah, and that we see that more and more of late. Flicker's trying to flick it closer to the goalkeeper's feet, because as you see, Amjad Ali just gets his feet caught, expecting to dive down to the corner, wants to go down with his stick to the corner, but in close to his foot can make it very different. And it didn't look like Harmanpreet really got hold of the flick as much as he would want to, but still on target, difficult position, but Amjad Ali will be disappointed.
He will indeed, but India are in the lead. Harmanpreet has his second goal of the tournament. Akashdeep already has 2, Ramandeep has 2. Pakistan have yet to score a goal here at the Hero Hockey World League semi-finals. Well, I did say what a good time to join if you just switch from the cricket. Now we hopefully will have you stay with us. Pakistan will be frustrated. They've done so well in this first quarter, and they're just with 2 minutes going. They've conceded and will probably find themselves going in a goal down at the first break. How are they going to rue those missed chances early on, Simon?
Yeah, it looks like they may well do, but I felt like Pakistan had got a really good start, and I felt like the Indian team were quite quiet. And the crowd just started to build. There was a cross-field area across the Pardeep Moore. Got the crowd going a little bit, and it certainly feels now that the tails are up for India. How will Pakistan react?
That's going to be the interesting thing. Pass forward was looking for Umar Bhutto. He wasn't happy with it. And there was just a little miscommunication, and unfortunately for India, Talvinder cannot keep the ball in play. Alim Bilal on the side just takes a touch. His overhead doesn't come off. Umar Bhutto gets into a strong challenge, and decision goes his way in the challenge with Pardeep Moore. And it goes across the pitch. Abu Mahmood. Ali's lost out to 2 Indian players. Good work from Mandeep coming back and helping out. But Pakistan win it back, and again it's a misplaced pass. There's a little bit of frustration creeping into their game. You can see players, when the ball isn't coming to them, turning with accusing looks at their teammates.
Yeah, they need to stay together here. This next actually can be quite a nice timing in terms of Coach Khawaja just having a reassuring word in the air at quarter time.
And the free hit goes India's way as sticks go flying. Ramandeep trying to weave some magic at the edge of the circle, and the high siren goes for the end of the first quarter, and it is Harmanpreet puffing a little bit. It is very warm here in London, and it is his penalty corner that separates the 2 teams as we go into the first break. It is Pakistan 0, India 1. India getting fluids and getting the towels, but it was so easily a chance for Pakistan. Alim Bilal just clipping the crossbar from a penalty corner earlier. That's how close the margins were, and then it came up the other end of the pitch. Harmanpreet never really got the control he wanted on it, and Amjad Ali, well, he was just, the timing of his drop was not there.
Yeah, absolutely. The more you see that, the more you realise that Harmanpreet was trying to go hard and high, I think it looked like. I don't know whether Amjad Ali was deceived by that, and actually the fact that Harmanpreet just came over the ball and really did not get much power on it at all. It's not the first time we've seen this tournament to a weaker flick that's actually resulted in a goal.
Absolutely, and Amjad Ali with a slightly pained expression on his face. He's got to put that behind him. The man who plays for the Islamabad Fighters, well, he's going to have to fight back today mentally. And as long as he prevents anything else thrown his way going into his net, he will have done his job.
Yeah, he's just getting a little bit out there. Yeah.
Players ambling out, still a few seats available, but we expect those to be full in the next half hour or hour or so. There's some fantastic hockey here at the Lee Valley Hockey and Tennis Centre, and hopefully if you're in or around London in the next week, you'll come down and take in some of the action. Pushed back by Pakistan. Sardar waving instructions in the midfield. Former captain of India, Manpreet, the captain here in London, and Chinglan Sana is his deputy. Surrender gives away a foul. Coming forward now for Abdul Khan. Abdul Hasim Khan is looking for a penalty corner referral. And in fact, the umpires have conferred there's no need for the referral. So that's good by the captain of Pakistan, Abdul Hasim.
Yeah, as we see here, it hit. It looks like it was Surrender Kumar. Actually hits him again above the foot, just on the shin pad, but not high enough to be deemed dangerous. Straightforward short corner.
Alim Bilal, he just needs to bring the shot down about an inch, and then he will have Pakistan on level terms. Ali Shan goes to inject this time for Pakistan. Alim Bilal is at the first battery. I think they're just going with the one battery for this penalty corner. Can he get it on target and pull Pakistan level? A slight shift to the left this time. Fired, and it's gone wide. And again, he got good connection on the ball. No expression from the coach.
Yeah, very active again at the top of the D. The stick stopper moving towards the injection, trying to make it more difficult for the number one runner, but Bilal just pushes that drag flick to the right hand side of the post.
Did you see the line from where you were just now?
Harmanpreet plays it out to Surrender. Now it's Sardar. Sardar would have played in probably more India-Pakistan games than any other player on the pitch today. Ramandeep, good turn from him. In fact, it was SV Sunil.
No. Sunil, don't try.
In the corner. Ahmad Shakil Butt with the spin, but it just goes out of play. Kotajit was the man buzzing around him. Surrender. Well, underneath that, and it's just been dinked past Chinglan Sana, but too far ahead for Ali Shan to chase. Deep Moore now picks out SV Sunil down in the corner. Lovely pass to Ramandeep just inside the circle, back to SV Sunil, but he just lost control. So Pakistan have the ball, but they've got to somehow get it out. Ijaz Ahmed is in the corner, and he's under pressure. Deep Moore. Well, there's sticks flying in there from both sides, and the decision goes India's way. Surrender Kumar sweeps it across to the left-hand side. Sardar looks up as he made his way forward. Chinglan Sana fires it across, deflects over the baseline. It'll be a long corner.
Yeah, Chinglan Sana goes for the drag push. But Shakil Ahmad Butt there just to marshal that baseline, deflect it off the back.
I got that wrong. I think it was actually Kotajit down in the corner. Surrender fires it in, looking for the deflection was SV Sunil. You could see what he was doing, and he had in a really good line Akashdeep and Ramandeep. Ramandeep ahead of the penalty spot and Akashdeep at the back post.
Yeah, thanks.
I think it's obviously something that the Indians have worked on recently, that connection between the forwards. There's definitely a few times they've gone for that deflection near the top of the D.
Akashdeep gets the ball from Sardar, looks to lay it across. Still in play by Akashdeep, chased it all the way to the baseline. Well, there's a stick check, and it will be a penalty corner. Pakistan are not happy, but to me they'd be foolish to refer that one.
Definitely got a stick.
As much as they protest, they decide not to refer.
Yeah, sensible decision. You can just see that Bilal comes in with a pretty strong tackle, misses the ball, catches Akash Dink's
10
stick.
seconds, please, yeah.
So India have the chance to double their lead. Harmanpreet waiting at the top of the circle. Harjeet is captain from the Junior World Cup. These two combined so effectively in that tournament. Comes to Harmanpreet, good save this time from Amjad Ali, high to his right. And the crowd enjoyed that.
I think that's where Harmanpreet was aiming to go for the first one. But Amjad Ali makes that look quite comfortable in the end.
Spell of pressure from India at the start of this second quarter. Another free hit. Harjeet asking for the ball to get on with play quickly. Goes to Sardar. Sardar just dinks it into the circle to Manpreet. Harjeet then got a touch, took it round the defender, but then lost out in the end, and it's Tasawwur Abbas who finally just plays it onto the foot and gets a free out.
So we've seen Amjad Ali favour that right-hand side of the goal most times, and it's interesting that Harmanpreet has chosen to still go high on that side, because you think that if he's offset to the right-hand side, that it would be reasonably comfortable save.
I'm sure he's just setting him up for a penalty corner down the track, don't you?
Very possibly.
Ali Shan finally gets a little bit of room to move down the flank. Sardar chases him all the way. Ali Shan though just showed too much. Sardar looked to poke it away, and then as he slips, Sardar pounces. Manpreet feeds it to Ramandeep. Ramandeep has SV Sunil to his right. Looked to try and go the other way. And possession now comes to Aslan Qadir, who tried to find Umar Bhutto, who was in space, but just couldn't bring it under control. Certainly as well, Pakistan, Simon, looking a lot more dangerous on the counter-attack than we've seen in their previous two games.
They certainly are. They seem to have just got an extra yard of pace, bit of energy in the way that they're counter-attacking.
Oh, and here's a chance now for India. Laid back, deflected in. I think it was Talvinder may have got the final touch, although Ramandeep is the one. SV Sunil is the one claiming it, but I thought maybe Talvinder got the final touch. And I think that's what they're just discussing, who got the final touch.
Well, they were lining up on the far post here. As the ball comes across, yeah, there's definitely Talvinder on the second touch there. Sunil first one, Talvinder right on the far post.
So Talvinder gets his first goal of the tournament. SV Sunil, well, he may have thought he was going to get his second. Roland Altman's high fives, Jugraj Singh. India are 2-0 up.
Good, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Talvinder, in my opinion, definitely right to get a touch on that. I think Sunil thought it might have been going in. If there's any question in the forward's mind, they've got to make sure, put the ball in the back of the net. Doesn't matter who scores it.
Said by a real goal poacher. Was that a sort of apology for all the goals you pinched in your career?
Maybe.
Mandeep picking up a card, so Pakistan have a man advantage at the moment. Just 2 minutes on the side for Mandeep. Shakil Butt just lost it momentarily. Manpreet puts it over the side. Umar Bhutto played it in. Good pass found Aslan Qadir. He left it behind and taken away by Sabbir. Well played. Raja Junaid, well, he's watching on from the side, and he is steeped in Pakistan hockey history, having played himself at the 92 Olympics, and his father Khawaja Aslam playing at the 1952 Olympics. So this is Group B as it stands. If the result stays like this, India will go top to 9 points ahead of the Netherlands. Pakistan will remain bottom. Deflected from outside the circle, and a long corner for Pakistan.
Ball's here. Yeah, good.
I feel that they really need a goal before half-time if they're going to have a chance of getting something. It was mishit again, and it fooled a few of the defenders at the head of the circle as Manpreet carries out with one hand, but then 3 defenders coming back for Pakistan, and they all got in the way of each other and played it onto their own feet.
Yeah, and going back to that long corner, I'd like to have seen Pakistan move the ball. So they've gone for the crash ball in. But remember, they're still a man up. So they've got the man over. I feel like they could have passed it around to try and gain advantage, essentially, from that overload.
Lovely turn from Satbir again. But he's given it away. Strong running coming from Mohammad Yaqub. Made in again. This is better from Pakistan. Crucial from Surrender Kumar. And then a really telling challenge coming in from Sumit. That was brave as well.
Certainly was brave from Sumit. You'll see he dives away from the backswing.
And it's saved this time by Vikesh Dahaya.
Okay.
Good spell from Pakistan.
Yeah, he's good.
Fired across but lifted dangerously by Mohammed Dilbert.
Well, here's the cross. Pretty close to quite a few defenders there. Everyone managed to get out of the way. But 2 or 3 good chances there for Pakistan. Some last-ditch tackles. Just need a few more of those crosses on the floor.
Harmanpreet deep in the harder defence. Jasjeet drops back and helps him out. Sumit loves to get forward. Good pass in, picks out Talvinder. Talvinder looking to feed it back to Sumit. Instead it came, and it's going to be deflected in, and it is Talvinder who gets a second goal for himself and a third for India. I think there's going to be a video referral though.
Andy?
Yeah, do you want me to check his speedy stick?
That's right, thank you.
Okay, will do.
Are they checking here, so is it that it came off the stick?
Yeah, I think the umpire thought it was off the stick. He wanted to make sure it hadn't hit arm, I think. It looks almost like a top edge.
His hand's on the stick. Isn't that part of the stick?
It certainly is, but I think they're looking at is whether it could be back stick.
You can give the goal then, that's
Certainly
absolutely
very
fine.
Talvinder raises his arm in salute. It is a third for India and a second for Talvinder. He started the move along the baseline, ran in and just lifted it over Amjad Ali.
Yeah, it was Satbir changing the decision rather than go for the hit. Went for the shovel towards goal. But a lovely bit of improvisation there.
Well, the question is now, can Pakistan come back? 3 goals down. It's going to take a Herculean effort. He's breaking down the right, goes Ijaz Ahmed. And it just turns into more context. His opportunity early in the match. Driven in, looking for a deflection, saved by Vikesh Dahaya. Umar Buddha keeps it alive for Pakistan inside the circle, fires it across, deflection was there. It's going to go wide. Satbir is the first there for India. Akashdeep back helping out his defence, cuts infield brilliantly. He's got a great run up ahead of him from Ramandeep, but dispossessed as he was looking up to pass. Rizwan Jr. fires it in, but again, no touch from Pakistan inside the circle.
Well, exciting stuff. It was actually the touch there. I think it was from Sumit, higher up in the Indian circle. Those balls starting to cause a little bit of problems there for the Indian defence.
Sardar now marshalling the midfield, just leaves it back to Jasjeet. Sumit, who has only come into the team in recent months, has really settled into the Indian team well. Ramandeep with a good lead. Manpreet continues his run, but Ramandeep goes back to Pardeep Moore. Pardeep Moore looks to drill it into the D. Miscontrolled by Alim Bilal, and pouncing was SV Sunil. Ahmed Shakil, but well, he lost control, and I think Ahmed Bilal wants to go for a referral.
That's one. Hey Bob.
Right.
Can you see it came off whose stick? For me, it came off the Pakistani stick. onto his shoulder, so I thought it was injured. So yeah.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah, they were right there. That's it.
Already used it for, I think.
No, down there. Yeah, okay.
I think it's whether the raised ball came off the Pakistan stick or the Indian stick.
Yeah, and Bilal's saying it's hit him high up. And then we can see...
That looks to me like it came off SV Sunil's stick.
Yeah, I think it's Ramandeep actually going in on that chance. Yeah,
Yep.
it was off the Indian stick.
Off of the Indian stick.
Okay, Indian
So
stick.
free the
Yeah.
takedown
Thank
and
you.
retain referral.
Thank you.
Good referral.
Pakistan have got their referrals right today.
Sorry about it, buddy.
Rizwan Jr. is being pressured by Ramandeep. Now SV Sunil looks to close down on Alim Bilal. Shakil Butt. Well, there's nobody square. He went to play it square. There was